Hello guys, welcome back to a new video. Today we'll be looking at the weekly software of Q3 2021. So this covers July to September 2021. So we're gonna watch from here. I've extended 2020 back to July. I'm not gonna extend it any further because I have too much to work on the newer end. I wanna focus on quality over quantity. But yeah. We've got over a year's worth of data now, pretty much. So always we're going to look at the top 10 data first. I did update some figures from the thing, and I also completed the software charts, which we'll get to after. Yeah, so here's not really that much change. The charts don't cover 2020. I've done it so it starts from the start of 2021, and we cover it there. I've added some stuff from last time. Which we will see, but basically like it involves like some more detailed charts like best selling of 2021 like console 2021 software and and also quarterly sales and stuff like that. Yeah, so one of the first changes you will probably notice easily is MLB The Show 2021. I changed it so that because it was a game published by Sony and due to these other circumstances, I changed the Xbox Series numbers in particular for MLB, which is coming up. Yeah, so see, I've changed it. Overall, the Switch has been leading for most of 2021. There have been a few exceptions, like during that 1 week in February, and also some weeks in Q3, which I'll show you soon. Here I've looked at some numbers and changed a bit. Okay, so going into July, yeah, I'm including Windows, Mac, and Stadia now, and one of the big releases of July was Legend of Zelda: Skyward Sword HD, as well as the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles and Neo: The World Ends With You. August we had Hades, Madden NFL 2022, Ghost of Tsushima Director's Pass, which was big release. September we had NBA 2022, Tales of Arise, Death Standing Director's Cup, Lost Judgment, FIFA 2022. We had heaps of, and Warrior get it together. We got heaps of new games in September. Looking at the final week, we got straight top 6 FIFA games, top being PS4, with it pretty much, which based off other charts, winning in pretty much every country in Europe, as well as Japan. It was the top selling version of FIFA in Japan for this year, and which means it's probably likely it's going to be the top version in US as well. This was a close call, but my estimates, based off estimates I've seen, I decided to put. I decided based off the country data that the Xbox One would have outsold the PS5 in terms of the FIFA for the first week. And this is because, firstly, UK Xbox One outsold. Xbox One got second. Even though I did get like third in Italy and stuff, so like. And PS5 obviously outsold the Xbox One version in Japan, but I decided to put it down to the US version because the gap would be bigger than it would be in UK, and based on the data I've seen, and also based on my own estimates, I decided to put the Xbox One slightly ahead of the PS5 version. Switch version, actually outsold. Okay, so look at the Switch version. I put it behind the PS5 version, because the Switch version, because there's only like one particular region where it would outsell the PS5 version in, which is Japan. And it's not, and also FIFA isn't that big in Japan, so it's not a super big impact. However, Europe, it's been consistently right behind the PS5. In US, it's likely that in the US it could even be ahead. However, we don't have any individual console number sales to back it up, but it is highly likely considering that the Switch is bigger in the US than it is in Europe, unlike the on Sony's end. And in the last of the console versions, we have this excluding Stadia, we have the series, which obviously launched last. It was pretty much last in the UK charts, Italy charts, pretty much all across Europe. It didn't chart in the Japan charts. It might have gone close on the US charts. However, we have nothing to back it up. So I decided that a good bit below the Switch version would be a good estimate for the series sales. Overall, during this quarter, now moving over, we're gonna now move over to, the top 30 charts. Okay, let's start. This will include more. This will include the top 30 games instead of the top 10 games. So we get like a less cramped version, and we have a more detailed version, like the Famitsu charts. We have the top 10 and top 30. Don't mind this. This is This I don't have as much data, so it's but from about here onwards, it gets it's the end of the top 30 is a little more accurate. Yeah, so in September there were a heap of new releases, and this caused the PS5 and PS4 to actually overtake the Switch for a month. However, in October we do have heaps of new releases as well. FIFA launched right at the end of September, and it will continue to sell in October. However, we have also Far Cry 6, which is launching, as well as some other games. However, Nintendo Switch also has some competitors, including Metro Dread, as well as the launch of the OLED model, which is going to will give a big spike in a bunch of the Switch games. Market Deluxe will probably maybe even jump up to 200,000 that week, which we probably wouldn't miss. For now, it's what I'm estimating, but we'll have to see once the reports come out, like how close it could possibly be to 200,000 that week. Because as we can see, it drops off. Market Deluxe drops off to 100,000, because of sales, and it does pick up with the OLED, and it holds on because the holiday season's approaching. And Market Deluxe has its big bundle that it gets. In terms of Super Mario Party, sales drop in relativity to the other games due to Mario Party Superstars, which is another big release for the Switch in October. So now we're in Q3 of 2021, and this is basically what's happening. So we as you can see, the Windows versions in general will sell worse than the console versions. Same with Stadia. Stadia will sell worse than the main physical consoles and hybrids, because with the Stadia it hasn't sold as much. So yeah, and this is the top 30. Not much new. We have a little more detail in the end part, with Market Deluxe managing for this whole September to still rank in the top 30, despite the huge amount of new releases. It managed to overcome that and stay in them, and it's managed to continue to rank. Yeah, but yeah, I would say it jump up to about here, next week, maybe even a little more, depending. We'll have to see how big, because based off my knowledge, it's not going to be an OLED bundle. It's going to be a normal Switch bundle still, like previous years. Okay, so that is all for this section. We're going to move on to the charts now. Okay, let's move on. Okay, so for some notes before we start, so just some quick pointers. So firstly, like last video, Xbox One sales, the lifetime sales were 100% estimated. No consistent software sales go back to 2013. However, Xbox Series sales are based off data from the charts as my software chart covers the series sales. Because they combine the PS5 and PS4 sales, I do provide an there are some estimates with Sony as well, which I haven't written down. So yeah, I also lifetime sales here. I don't cover lifetime sales for PC and Mac. So I don't for PC I don't cover it. So that includes Mac and Windows. And yeah, also PC so that's Google Stadia sales are 100% estimated like Xbox One because there's no consistent software data and is also from the manufacturers and there's also very few hardware figures. So I kind of based it off like how many players were on it, like because Google sometimes gets figures of that. So like I estimated like 100 million units of software have been sold since launch, which I think it's an okay estimate. You guys can give me like what you think in the comments section below. But yeah, without further ado, let's look at the charts. So here we've already seen this. So I'm just gonna quickly skim through this. Sorry about the bumps. I'm recording on my iPad and I made these charts on a computer where they have pages and I haven't added pages for this version yet. Like it's not in print layout, so sorry if it's a little awkward to look at. But yeah, feel free to pause the video and look at the charts. If there are any errors in it, please correct me in the comments and I can fix it. So the best-selling 2021 as of February is these numbers. As you can see, the PS5 quickly overtook the Xbox One, which was unlike last gen where the 360 actually still sold better than the PS4 in 2014 by a small amount, according to feature charts. Pretty sure March is where we got up to, so this is where we're gonna start. So, here as you can see, the series hasn't really gotten any new releases, so it's declined. Same with the PS5. The PS5 is falling. Yeah, that's why the Xbox One's overtaken it. The Switch is there pretty much is in a big drop. Here also I forgot to tell you probably I remember like this is based off units sold, not units shipped. I did initially use the unit ship number because I didn't really have anything to go off of. But yeah, it's units sold. Okay, so yeah, here we get Monster Hunter, and then we got Monster Energy something. Sorry, I can't remember the name off the top of my head, but it releases on like all 5 of the consoles except for the 3DS. Here the series gets Marvel Avengers, which, and same with the PS5, but series it affects it more when it overtakes it for 1 week. Monster Hunter Rise launches here, causing shift in the Switch sales. And yeah, there's a drop off after. Okay, so here is the March 2021 sales and the best selling in 2021 as of March. Moving on to quarter 2, so we have quarter 1 sales. Here's the quarter 1 sales estimates. Moving on to quarter 2, we start off with this week, which pretty much is recovering. We don't really get much new games. Same with the following week. Here we get MLB The Show 21, which boosts sales. Yeah, so here the Switch gets a new Pokemon Snap, but however MLB didn't release on the Switch, so it doesn't really so this positively affects Switch's sales to increase its lead over Sony, Microsoft. So basically, its competitors. This is April 2021 and sales. Okay, so moving on to May, we start with Resident Evil Village launching higher on the PS5, but still PS4 winning overall due to due to some of its evergreen titles, which isn't actually as strong as the Switch's ones, but are still there. The other consoles got boosted as well. Yeah, we have Subnautica launch on pretty much all consoles except for the 3DS. It's not as big as Resident Evil Village, but the PS5 and Xbox Series and Switch get 2 new releases, being Subnautica the original, which launched in 2018 on the PS4 and Xbox One. Then we have Subnautica Below Zero. Sorry, my battery, but yeah, Subnautica Below Zero, which is like a sequel kind of, yeah. Which I launched on Subnautica Below Zero launched on all the systems except for the 3DS. Here, I can't remember what exactly the new releases. It wasn't super notable, but it was there. Here we have Miitopia. Sorry, I now remember. Here we have like Miitopia launching. About yeah. As well as some other games like Yes, so yes, there are some new games that launched here. It was yeah. Sorry about that. Here's mostly a recovery week. And this is May sales. Okay, moving on to June. We start off with mostly the consoles like dropping. With the PS4 getting a new release. Here too are the 2 E3 weeks that took place like partially during E3. This caused a huge boost in the 3DS sales, pushing it as high as 80,000 units during the second E3 week. Other consoles also got boosts, as well as some new releases with the Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart and another game launching on the PS5 that week, pushing it really high on the charts. Almost outselling the Switch that week for the first time. In the second week, we have The Elder Scrolls Online, which sells better on the series, which causes it to get closer to PS5. However, the PS5 actually gains because of Elder Scrolls, as well as the other games not really decreasing that much. Next week this week we have we get a new release. We get the Olympic Games 2021 on the Switch, PS4, and Xbox One, as well as Mario Golf's Super Rush, which launches on the Switch. And here's mostly like a recovery week. It's just dropping. Dude, it's like there's not really much new releases this week. And here's June 2021 stills. This should mark one of the first months where the PS5 outsold the PS4. Yeah. Here's the best-selling consoles in 2021 in June. Like this is as of June, yeah. This is quarter 2 2021 sales. Okay, so moving on to quarter 3, which is the current quarter as of what's being recorded. So we'll go to the end of September. So looking at July, we have some new releases, not really notable, like on the Switch. Yeah. Next, sorry, I remember now. Switch got the Switch got Monster Hunter Stories 2, which during this I think it's either the first or second week. I can't remember which one. But then second week we got Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword HD, which was a huge sale, which sold very well. And pretty much that's the main notable stuff, except for the end of July, where we got Neo: The World Ends With You and the Ace Attorney Chronicles, which launched on the Switch, PS4, and Windows. Also, from July onwards, I'm including the Windows, and once we get some games for the Mac and Stadia, they also will get included as well. Here's July's sales, and here are the best-selling games in 2021 as of July. Okay, so moving on to August, the Windows gets a new game, Age of Empires something, and the others are in recovery. However, here I'd like to say I think I made a mistake with the 3DS and I underestimated it. However, I'm going to try and catch up in the holiday season. However, I will not be including the 3DS sales from next year, as the sales are actually getting pretty low. Like, even if we add the sales up a little bit, it's still very low, and it's not really in competition with anything. Unlike all the other consoles. So yeah. This week we get Hades, which causes a series to win another week. Also, a week I forgot to mention in July was the last week of July, which had Microsoft Flight Simulator launch, which caused the Xbox Series outsell the PS5 that week. Sorry, I forgot to mention that, but yeah. And even the Hades launched better than the PS5. We had Hellbrade's Sword of Surface, I'm pretty sure, which launched on the Xbox Series and not the PS5, which helped to push it ahead. The following week we got Madden NFL 2022, which included the Stadia and Max debut. This also was one of the first weeks to have the PS5 had the Switch in a week. The PS4 also overtook the Switch that week. Instead had the PS5 despite it selling better than the PS5. The Xbox Series actually didn't get the gap between the PS5 and X Series widened despite the Madden NFL 2022 to be better on the Xbox Series. This is because Ghost of Tsushima launches that same week this year on the PS4 and PS5, which ate away at a bit of its sales. Okay, so the week after here, it's too much has changed. It's fairly similar. There's some decline across systems, as there are not really many new releases this week. Okay, so looking at August 2021, here the best-selling monthly of August 2021. And here are the best-selling consoles by software in 2021 as of software. Okay, so moving on to September, we have... It starts off with a recovery week, with pretty much every console dropping in sales, which is a build-up for the following week, which has NBA 2K 2022 in particular launching, which causes the PS4 and PS5 once again to overtake the Switch, with the PS4 ahead once again. The Xbox Series remains right behind, and the Xbox One also remains behind the Xbox Series, due to sales on the Xbox Series not keeping up as much with Sony. This month caused the gap between Sony and Microsoft to widen. However, it probably will close throughout the holiday season, considering its hardware sales. Okay, so looking at the following week, the Switch actually managed to get ahead of the PS4 because of the Switch's software sales. The Switch was recovering from a new release, which was Warrior Getting Together, which rebounded better on its second week than NBA 2K 2022, which caused the Switch to outsell the PS4 this week. However, the PS5 stayed in the lead because of a new game that launched. I can't remember the name, but it launched. It was a separate game that launched that week, and it boosted PS5 sales. Okay, so this week is second last week of September, the second last week of the quarter. The PS5 once again wins with another game, same with the PS4 getting second. The Switch gets third with a new release, and we have the X Series X1, Windows, Stadia, 3DS, and Mac. Looking at the latest week, we have PS4 best-selling console at 3.371 million, which is understandable considering FIFA launched. We had the PS5 weekly sales, which is 274,900 million units. Then we have the Nintendo Switch, which is 2,157,058. Things. So yeah. That's basically it's with the weekly part. So we have we'll have the September now. So because of the heap amount of the number of new releases, the PS5 version managed to be the supreme version of September. Despite however, the PS4 version did get very close to the PS5 version, with it barely outselling the PS4 version by less than 70,000. Yeah, so looking at the last graph today, we have Q3 2021, which is showing the best-selling games of Q3 2021. Here I made a little mistake here. Sorry about that, but I forgot to reorganize it. So the Switch is supposed to be in first. Sorry about that. It's my mistake. So yeah, the Switch is in first. The PS4 is in second. The PS5 is in third. The Xbox Series in fourth. The Xbox One is in the Windows in fifth. The Xbox One's in sixth. Stadia is in seventh. The 3DS is in eighth, and the Mac is in ninth. Sorry about that. I made a little mistake. Hopefully, I can fix that next quarter. But without the way, that's pretty much it for this video. There's not really anything else I can talk about relating to this. Thank you for watching this video. If you like this, please like the video, and if you are new here, please subscribe. There is also a Discord for those who are interested. Link is in the description as always. Also, comment down below what you think, which consoles you think, how the consoles will do during the holiday season. And without the way, that's all. Happy holidays, and thank you for watching. Bye.